Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What is today? Today is Wednesday, October 28th. The year is 2020. We're still in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. Time is slipping away from us. This year is almost over. 2020 will be coming to an end soon. And we'll be into 2021. Well, guess what? We'll continue the coronavirus, the coronavirus, part two, the coronavirus, is the coronavirus, the coronavirus pandemic is going to continue in 2021. Bet your money on it. There will be no vaccine no time soon. So, and we might be stuck with Donald Trump in 2021. Niggas don't get up off your motherfucking asses and go vote. So, with that said, let's get to the juice gist of the matter. Drinking my coffee this morning. It's very good. It's hot. I just got poured it. Very good. A little bit more sugar in there. In fact, I didn't put no sugar. I did. Nice and hot. So, Johnnell is angry with me. Johnnell and Tyronne a few years ago tried to throw me under the bus. Now I'm 6'2". I weigh 270 pounds. Back then I weighed 330 pounds. Them little frail ass niggas tried to throw me under the bus. Now I can pick up Johnnell with one hand and Tyronne with the other and bash them bitches' heads together. Little small something. They only was so big. They photograph well. They little small little niggas. You know, they was small. I grab up, throw their little small, tiny little somethings. They're small. They were using my supplements. Tyronne had been chosen to be the face of Miami Pride. This had to have been 2015, 2016. I think he was the face of Miami Pride 2016. But he was two events going on. There's an event that takes place in Mandingo or whatever, some event that takes place in Palm Springs and in Miami Pride. So Tyronne was the face, chosen to be the model face of that year's event, Miami Pride. And, not Tyronne, Tyronne. I get them so confused, which is which one. I don't forget who they are until Johnnell starts speaking. I said, that's Johnnell country ass. But he from Milwaukee, country ass motherfucker. So anyway, Johnnell and Tyronne were using my supplements. I don't know. We saw each other at the gym. We had seen each other at the gym for a while. And I kept seeing them little small ass niggas. And I think I was one of them who came up to them and said, let's add a little bit of size to y'all frame. I mean, they're ripped and nice physique, but they're small little, I told you I can pick them up and throw their asses over to a cliff. They're little small little somethings. Teeny tiny little boys. Now, Johnnell and Tyronne using my supplements, getting great. So this is the best them niggas ever looked. They look great. I was going to their place. We were just associates hanging. I thought we were friends, to be honest with you. I didn't have nothing against Johnnell and Tyronne. I would go to their place, help them take the stuff. We would meet at the gym. There was some things going on. I may have to. I thought we were relatively good friends. So I thought. Helping them with their supplements, even help them make a little money. They were going through some financial difficulties. We all go through the financial difficulties. I was helping them make a little cash on the side, and they was me selling little supplements to their friends and stuff. So I'm thinking this is a good, everything's going great. We off to a good start. That's the way it always works when you're dealing with, what is this? When you're dealing with people, everything starts off great at first. Everybody making money, they making money, I'm making money. Everything's going great. They looking the best they ever looked. They looking really good, physically appearance, doing well. Johnnell's getting ready for the show. Tyronne and Johnnell get ready to go to their show in Palm Springs, and they want to look a specific way for Miami. We working on it. Miami comes. The events come. They go to Palm Springs. They do well. They look great. They photograph very well. They always take great pictures. They look really good. Miami did their Miami sizzle. They did that event. Pictures came. I didn't go to either one of these events because I don't like that much. But I may have to pause this for a second. Let me see what's going on. Anyway, they were getting ready for the event. They looked fairly decent to me. They looked great. They were doing well. They looked fabulous. And then we ran into a problem. When Johnnell and Tyronne got back from Miami about a week later, a few days later, he said he wasn't feeling well from Sizzle. Sizzle's Memorial Weekend, 2006. It's always Memorial Weekend. Johnnell said he wasn't feeling well. So Tyronne Johnnell came to my place and was like, he's not sick, he's not feeling well. We think it's the stuff that you gave us. I'm like, well, you haven't had all these issues in all these months. It was damn near a year at this point, almost a year. I'm thinking, well, we never had no issues. We went all through winter, y'all bulking, adding size, we did the cut cycle, everything was great. All of a sudden you're sick and you're trying to say it's the stuff that I gave you. And I'm thinking, it's not adding up. You know, I'm checking the stuff, I'm calling my sources. Anybody else got sick? Is something going on I don't know nothing about? I have a client who said he's very ill, he's sick, and he don't know what it is. And the only thing it could be is this stuff because he says he's taking it. So I was very concerned. I'm like, wow, what's going on? So they left my home that day, and I would call and check on them, and then they stopped talking to me. I stopped communicating. I'm calling, leaving messages, they would call back. Unbeknownst to me, they were going behind my back telling people don't buy Walter stuff. It's fake. It's making us sick. It's made Johnnell sick. Just leave this stuff alone. We don't know what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. They run around telling everybody this, all this stuff. And I'm calling them. They're over there going over there, down their code at the gate. They see me. I'm like, I'm checking to make sure they're okay. Right? Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? You've accused me of selling you something that made you sick. I'm trying to make sure it's what's going on. Finally, Johnnell, he was sick for a couple of weeks, when he got back from Memorial Weekend. And let me pause this for a second. I'll be right back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I am back. I must get a package. That was UPS. So, Johnnell was not feeling well. Had accused me of selling him some supplements that made him ill. I hadn't heard from Johnnell, so I was very concerned. He never returned my phone calls or text messages, and when I would stop by to even read anything, driving by concerned, no answer. I don't know what's going on. So I decided just, let me back away, because he's still posting on social media. At this time, they didn't have that nasty fans only page. They hadn't started that yet. So I didn't hear nothing. They wouldn't respond to my messages, text messages, DMs. I don't know what to say. I just kind of said, well, I'll just leave it alone. A few weeks later, maybe a month later or two, a guy reaches out to me and says, hey, I'm a friend of Johnnell's. I was getting stuff from them. They say they no longer deal with you. I wanted to get the stuff that I was getting from them from you. Is that possible? I said, sure, come on. I don't know you, but let's get together. So he came over to my house, and he's sitting there, and he's like, man, I've been trying to get in touch with you. I didn't have no way to they wouldn't give me your phone number. I just happened to see your profile. I didn't know your name, and blah, 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 blah. He said, we don't know each other. We're complete strangers. And he begins to tell me, well, Johnnell and them said not to buy anything from you because your stuff was fake, and it made them sick. And I said, they did? And he told me the story. I said, yeah, I remember him getting sick. And I didn't know he was telling people this. He said, oh, yeah. He was going around telling people your stuff is fake and it's making people sick, don't use it. So he did pretend to tell me, well, listen, Johnnell was still sick that I told him to come to the guy who was sitting in my living room and said, come over here to the urgent care place where he worked at, and let's work you up and see what's going on, because you're still sick and it's not working. Something's not right here. So they took blood samples, all this stuff, and of course in this investigation, they found out Johnnell had gonorrhea or syphilis of the throat. It was one of those two. And that's what was making him sick. And so they had to treat him. So in the course, I put the pieces of the puzzle together, because Johnnell was not sick until he got back. Johnnell was not sick until he got back from Miami. So he either had to be infected with gonorrhea in Palm Springs or Miami. It was one of those two destinations they went to. They got back. I don't know the process, how long before you begin to show symptoms, but either in Palm Springs or Miami doing sizzle, something happened. You know what happened? They did something. He put his mouth someplace he shouldn't have never went to. And that caused him to... Shit happens. That's why whenever I don't feel well, I get my ass to the doctor. Why would you wait weeks, months before you go figure out what's wrong with you? So now they know it's just the STD. They're treated for him. He's cured. He's back to normal. Long story short. But they tried to throw me under the bus. Like I said, I'm too big to be tossed under the bus. And then Tyronne got upset because I mentioned this in the video a day ago. How the fuck you get upset by me mentioning you had an STD and you and your partner fucking and sucking dick all over Twitter and the fans only world? Come on now. Come on. We grown adults here. So they did a post. They did a post about me. Johnnell posted on his Twitter account yesterday, and I'm going to actually post it ahead in front of this video. Y'all probably already read it because I'm going to post it on there. Where did the thing go? Where did the hell thing go? Johnnell and Tyronne. Oh, this is what it says. He did a post yesterday, and it says, Ursula, he called me Ursula, has attacked again. This time using her powers to lie against us. To lie, L-I-E, against them. This time using her powers to lie against us. This humpback whale. They call me a humpback whale. This humpback whale will go to his YouTube channel and say, we only fan creators who make no money. And I, Johnnell, caught syphilis in the throat. We don't bother nobody. They just so innocent over there. Tyronne and Johnnell, stop the nonsense. You ain't as innocent as you say you are. The best you ever looked is when I was working with you all, helping you little skinny string beans have some type of substance. Y'all think you guys photograph well, but your little skinny little shrivels, pick y'all up by the neck and throw your ass into a damn corner someplace like that. Little frail little somethings. Then they had these little songs on there talking about, so he's violating HIPAA laws. When I become Dr. Walter Lee Hampton II, what medical company do I work for? Please explain. No, dear, I'm not violating any HIPAA laws. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say about you disease huzzers. Johnnell came on his own Facebook page myself years ago and disclosed his HIV status. So what did that do to anything? He did that on his own. So, I really don't care about them sisters. Like I said, they tried to throw me under the bus. They had all this crazy shit to say about me, and I'm just not really dealing with this. I've been hearing this for years from other people. But they said this and they said that, and I'm like, that was a couple years ago. We still dealing with this? And that's what I heard. I said, that's not true. Johnnell had syphilis or gonorrhea of the throat. That's what he had. An STD. But he was so stupid, he should have went to the doctor as soon as he wasn't feeling well. Why would you sit up at home not feeling well? Y'all really think I'm going to lay up in this fabulous apartment sick? Hell fucking no, I'm going to the doctor. Shit, every time I have a little something, I'm at the doctor. What's going on? Look, check blood, everything, check every goddamn thing. That's all you have to do to find out the truth. Instead of blaming me for something he did on his own. I didn't put no diseased dick in his mouth. He did that on his own. He either put his diseased dick in his mouth and he ate somebody's ass to do something. Now, somebody gonna say, well, he might have kissed somebody. I don't know if you can kiss somebody and get gonorrhea and syphilis and throat. I'd be some damn deep kissing right about there. I don't know. I'm not a doctor or a nurse or work around infectious disease. You'd have to ask your infectious disease specialist how you end up with an STD in your throat. Syphilis or gonorrhea, whichever it might have been. I've never had any of that stuff. So, I look back on it as a lesson learned for him. Go to the doctors. When you're not feeling well, go make sure everything's fine on your own. You should have to wait weeks and months at home not feeling well. Go to the doctor. You should have went straight to the emergency room. They would have treated him. They would have pulled his blood. They would have found out the truth at the emergency room. He didn't have the money or no health insurance to do it at the time. So, but anyway, I just thought that was an interesting story. Johnnell also said in his answers to me, he wrote that he makes $100,000 off his porn channel. Let me get this straight. You got two niggas fucking and sucking every goddamn thing, and y'all making 100 of that That's all y'all made was $100,000 off that channel last year. That's it, honey. I ain't had to take my hair pants off, and I made that in 2 months. What's wrong with these people? Y'all spent the whole last year fucking and sucking. All these videos come all over the place, in your living room, bedroom, couch, iPhones all fucked up, come all over your apartment, and you only made $100,000, and you're bragging about this? That's it? I thought y'all was making some real money over there. So that explains why your lifestyle hasn't changed that much, because $100,000 in the scheme of things ain't shit. So I'm thinking, that's it. I'm thinking they making at least more than that, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month. That's all y'all made of that? 2 of y'all? Wait a minute, this ain't adding up. You could have got you a job and earned that type of income and not kept your pants on your ass. Tyronne could have earned him $100,000 someplace, and you could have earned Johnnell could have earned $100,000, and you could have kept your underwear in your ass. That meant a $200,000 income with no naked picture. The thing that really bothered me about Johnnell and Tyronne had a brand that could have crossed over to and been very influential to a lot of people, gay and straight. They're both attractive, handsome-looking guys. But they chose to go down the porn path, and I never understood that. When they could have did so many other positive things that they say, wow, you so negative. So what's so positive about y'all fucking on film? Help me understand. Gay folks love placing these porn stars on a pedestal. I don't get it. There are other things to do with porn. Johnnell, I saw a video when Earl was in the hospital of Johnnell doing acting as a patient at Emory Hospital, and I actually enjoyed the video. Johnnell could have had an acting career. Tyronne, they could have done many other things than that fucked up ass porn. That's my issue with these guys and the people who are doing this OnlyFans shit. We got some of the most handsome, attractive guys all running to do this shit for peanuts. They ain't making no money off that shit. And if you think $100,000 is a lot of money, you are fucking stupid. It ain't shit. By the time you pay these high-ass rents and you don't want a nice whip to drive and do a couple vacations, you're flat ass broke. It ain't shit, honey. These days for me to take my clothes off, get naked, doing all this crazy shit. Oh, no. No. I'm not doing that for $100,000 a year. I should be making over $200,000 a month or more before I decide to go down that path. I don't see that happening. But anyway, I guess my lifestyle is a little more expensive too. But anyway, this video is a lot longer than I wanted to be. Anyway, that's all I was trying to explain about the situation. Johnnell was very pissed about that and got very upset about it. I don't know why. I guess because he felt like I exposed his little secret that everybody knew any damn way. But yeah, the best they ever looked was when they were using my supplements, because I made them niggas look good. I did. That's how they went and did Sizzle. They did the Palm Springs thing. He took all these pictures with his photographer. They look great. They look no better. They ain't look nowhere near as good since that time, in my opinion. This is my thoughts on this. But anyway, this is a little bit longer after this bathroom. Today is Wednesday, October 28th. It's about almost 12 noon. I gotta get out of here. October 28th, year 2020. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Wednesday. Wednesday, ain't it? Yeah. Wednesday, October 28th, 2020. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your day.